Welcome back everyone to Max Toys and Models. This time on the tiny table we have Batman from the DC Universe by McFarlane Toys, and it's a Page Punchers brand. This cracking Batman figure stands at 7 inches tall and was just recently released. So having a look at the box, you can see the detailed Batman figure, and in the background you can see there's a comic book, and it's a Page Punchers comic book. It's Black Adam. To the side of the box here you can see the inscription. The side it says Batman Black Adam comic, down below it says Page Punchers. So in the back of the box you have the picture of the Black Adam comic, picture of Batman with his batarang, and down below it says Page Punchers. Now we're going to get him out and have a look and see what he's like. So we just removed the carton. You can see Batman there. It looks amazingly detailed. Looks like a cracking figure again by McFarlane Toys. This figure I believe stands at 7 inches tall, and as I said there, it's just released for 2022, and behind it there is a Black Adam comic. So we're going to get Batman out of his carton here, and we'll snap the bands and we'll look at Batman, then we'll move on to the comic and his accessories. So we've popped him out of the plastic carton, and I'm going to obviously make a comment here. That was probably one of the worst figures I've had to remove from a plastic carton yet. McFarlane did not want that figure to come out. Even so, I had to snip the plastic to get him out. His cape was so difficult to get out there, and surprised I've actually damaged it. So that's a negative point straight away by McFarlane. The packaging is very tough, and it needs to be snipped around the edges to basically get the figure out without really damaging it. So that's a kind of negative comment there. So that's my first observation. The packaging is just too darn difficult to remove the figure without snipping it. Anyway, so moving on, back to business. He's out the box. You can see him there from Page Punchers. Black Adam is Batman, and we're going to have a wee look at him to see what we can see. Overall, first opinion, highly detailed figure. A lot of definition, a lot of good sculpt. I like the face on him. I'll just zoom forward there, check him out. His suit is kind of very modernised. There's a lot of kind of delts there. There's a lot of kind of squareness to it. The bat emblem there. He's got his belt, utility belt. To the rear, his detailed cape, a soft rubber. Belt's not too soft, but a rubbery plastic. Highly detailed at the back. Side on sculpt there. So this figure stands at 7 inches tall, and McFarlane has stated that it's 22 points of articulation. So it's highly posable. So talking about articulation, let's try it out. So shoulder movement, let's see, more or less up to the level, as you can see there with these shoulder blades, and back down again. Protective, like it's like armour on these deltoids there. It can't really go that high up. Movement in these arms as a bend backwards and forwards on that arm, and the arm itself does swivel 360. The elbow joint does not rotate 360. Down at his forearm and his glove, his hand rotates 360, and it'll be the same in that arm again. Yeah, he's got a bend in the arm and it's 360-degree movement swivel, and at the shoulder, and again his glove does rotate at 360 as well. Moving on to the torso, let's have a look. He's got a swivel right round 360, don't need to put right round there, and he's got a bend at just below his chest near his solar plexus, so there's a bend there as well, movement there as well. His leg movement out to the side, he can do the splits, again 360 movement at the top of the thigh, the groin, and the bend in the knee, backwards and forwards. It does not swivel. The boots swivel 360 up and down, and there is a toe pivot at the very end, his toes as well, which is always welcomed. Again, you hope you can see that there. Again, 360-degree swivel in the boot, up and down, and there's a toe pivot right at the, you can see that, right at his ball of the foot for his toes. Again, usual peg holes at the bottom, underneath the cape. Yep, very nice detail there. Let's have a look at his head there, movement left to right. Yep, he can, his head can swivel 360 as well, and he has slight up and down movement on his neck. So that's Batman. So very impressive figure. Can he stand in his own accord, his own weight? Surely. I know there's a stand with him there, I can see it there. He must be able to do that. Yeah, he can. Batman can stand in his own weight. Fantastic. So I'm just going to put Batman down just now and look at his accessories. He has a batarang, if that's how you pronounce it, in his plastic carton. I'm just going to remove. So thankfully that was easier to remove than Batman himself. You can see his weapon there, his batarang. So as stated, there's a comic book, Black Adam as well, and there's a stand which Batman will be able to fit his peg holes into. There's a wee trading card at the front as well of the comic. It gives you a detailed description of Batman. His real name's Bruce Wayne, and a background synopsis of his early life and what happened. You know the story. Nice to see that there. So I'm just going to open this up and see what it's like inside. So you can see the comic book there. I'm just going to get the stand out first. Batman stand. It's just a generic McFarlane stand. One peg hole. Oh dear, I've got the tape on that. So one peg hole. Why don't come with two? I'm just being fussy now. Yeah, he's standing actually very well. Batman's standing very well. Right, I'm just going to put his batarang in his hand. So I've got his batarang in his hand. He is looking mean. He's looking menacing. It's a cracking figure, I must admit. Is it one of my favourite ones? I'm just going to compare it to the previous Batman. I looked at the one Todd McFarlane sculpted himself. So I'm going to re-look at the comic first, then move on to the two comparisons between the two Batmen. Sorry. So this is a Black Adam comic book. You've got Superman, Batman, the front cover there. Just going to open them up, and you have. They're looking very gritty, very gritty and very detailed. Artwork here, excellent artwork in fact. Very dark, gritty, dirty, very gothic looking. Yeah, I do like that. So open them up, and Heart of Decay, sorry, you can see that there. So we flick through the comic here, Superman at the front. I don't want to give too much away here. Fantastic artwork, I must admit, very colourful. More than one story here. Yeah, Justice League. The Justice League story as well. It's an excellent addition to that. It's a great idea having McFarlane having to add a wee comic book in the background, an accessory, instead of accessories, just add a comic book. This figure does come with only two accessories: a stand and a batarang. That's it. There's no exchangeable hands, no exchangeable heads, nothing you can replace. Just as it is, basically. This is a welcome addition, the comic book. As I said, I don't want to give too much away here, but very interesting. Yeah. So there we have it, Batman. I'm just going to get the other Batman by McFarlane and bring them down, and we'll compare them. See that one there, this one exclusively designed by Todd McFarlane, and the new one there. Which one do I prefer? They're both fantastic, very different looking figures. Very different looking figures. Very different. Cape. This one comes with more accessories. There is armoured Batman as well I've got. Yeah, I'll just bring him up as well. Why not? I remember him not standing too well. But this one's cape was excellently detailed. You can see the crystal clear pattern on the back of it. Excellent. So these are the three Batman purchases over the last year or so, not including that fake Mafex one. Obviously he does not grace this table. So you have the armoured Batman, you have the Page Punchers Batman, and you have the one designed by Todd McFarlane himself, the sculpt. if I have to choose one, what was my favourite? I don't know. It's very hard. I do like the Todd McFarlane one, but this one could be my new favourite. This new Page Punchers one. Yeah, it's a cracking figure. My least favourite's Armoured Batman. I can tell you that just now. It's that's my least favourite one because you put him out the road. So it's always nice to have a wee comparison of the figures. So yeah, this could be my new favourite. So we'll give rundown again. He stands at 7 inches tall, he's 22 points of articulation. He was released just recently there, 2022. He's from Page Punchers brand. It comes from, it's a Black Adam comic book with him in it as well. Yeah, a lot of positives. A cracking figure, really well sculpted, highly detailed, nice colouring, a kind of grey-green. Is it olive? Obviously it's olive, it's a kind of it's grey, but there's a kind of tinge of olive in it as well, maybe. The cape's got a fantastic sculpt to it. Very, very poseable. Only observation of the fault so far, it was the packaging that came in. The plastic carton was absolutely hellish to get them out without cutting it. As you can see, Superman in the background. Next time we'll review him and we'll see what his carton's like. But you can see he's got interchangeable hands there. Which is a welcome. So I'm just going to put Batman on the turntable, give him a wee spin, and you can see him in all his glory. So there he is, Batman by McFarlane. McFarlane are really going to town with their figures at the minute. The amount they're producing is quite incredible, and some of them are really fantastic looking. So they're certainly challenging NECA, and well, NECA is more horror related, but they're certainly challenging NECA for the market share of the brand of these types of figures. NECA's a completely different ball game. As I said before in our previous video that McFarlane used to do horror figures way back in the past, early mid 2000s with Terminators and your aliens and etc etc. But certainly now they're really highly geared towards the Marvel DC series of superheroes. They've also done the Spawn series as well, but yeah, another fantastic figure by McFarlane. It's probably my most favourite Batman now, believe it or not. So if you like the content in this video, please consider subscribing to the channel and also smash that like button. Try and get the video put out there. And I'll see you again in the next episode of Max Toys and Models. Thanks again for watching, guys.